The movie opens in the middle of pure urban chaos. Sirens, explosions, a building surrendering to flames. And in the middle of it all, he appears. Mr. Incredible crosses the street like a force of nature. He stops a moving car with one hand, rescues a cat stuck in a tree, prevents an explosion. All while checking messages on his suit as if he had 10 lives running at once. But the truly interesting part isn't what he does. It's what he hides, because behind the perfect hero, there's a man trying to be enough for everyone. A man who still doesn't understand that saving the world is easy. The hard part will be saving himself. This is how The Incredibles begins, with a hero who looks huge on the outside and smaller on the inside. Bob Parr lives between two worlds, one where everyone needs him, and another where no one knows who he really is. As he saves a woman, stops a robbery, and receives admiration from a young Incrediboy, he seems to have everything under control. But this introduction plants the central conflict. What happens when the world decides it no longer wants heroes? And what happens when your entire identity depends on continuing to be one? After lawsuits, scandals, and complaints, heroes stop being a symbol of hope and become a legal problem. Bob goes from extraordinary to just another employee sitting in a cubicle. And that's the hardest hit. Ordinary life can be more suffocating than any supervillain. Bob feels trapped in a routine that doesn't belong to him. The world wants him to be normal, but normal is slowly consuming him from the inside. At home, the disconnect shows in every gesture. Helen tries to keep everyone safe. The kids don't understand why they must hide what makes them special. And Bob is there, but not really. His superpower isn't strength. It's denial. The movie honestly portrays something very real. When you're not okay, your family notices before you do. Bob and Lucius recall their glory days. Nostalgia is sweet, but also a trap. Because when you live longing for who you were, you overlook who you are. And the further he drifts from his role at home, the more the conflict with Helen grows. This isn't a couple's fight. It's a silent battle between two versions of oneself, the one we used to be and the one we're afraid to accept. When he loses his job and receives a mysterious offer to become a hero again, Bob doesn't hesitate. But this isn't bravery. It's escapism. Bob isn't trying to save the world. He's trying to save himself from the emptiness he feels. And by putting the suit back on, he recovers something he thought he had lost. Meaning, purpose, life. Though that relief has a cost he can't yet see. The mission fills him with adrenaline, but also opens dangerous doors. Lies, secrets, unnecessary risks. Bob feels incredible again, but fails to see that his family is starting to be in danger. The movie highlights a painful truth. Sometimes, while chasing what we think will make us happy, we hurt what matters most without meaning to. Helen starts noticing inconsistencies. What used to be love and trust is now filled with silence and suspicion. Bob doesn't understand he's not just fighting a robot. He's fighting the distance he created himself. The true enemy here isn't a villain, it's the lack of honesty. And then Syndrome appears, a boy who once only wanted to be seen, and who now wants the world to pay for ignoring him. His story is a brutal reminder. When rejection turns into obsession, admiration can twist into hatred. Bob faces his own reflection in him, someone who only wanted to be special, and who ended up losing himself completely. Bob realizes he was walking toward a dark place. Anna shows him the suits of his family, and with that, without saying it, she reminds him, "Your true strength was always in them." Helen confronts him. And that's when Bob understands that the life he was trying to recover no longer exists. Helen takes the lead. She lets go of fear, embraces who she is, and launches herself into rescuing her husband. And the most beautiful part, she trusts her children, their power, their courage. The family stops hiding from their gifts and begins using them for what they were always meant to be: unity. Violet and Helen prove they are stronger together. Bob confronts his ego and jealousy. Mirage reveals the villain's fragility. This isn't just a rescue. It's an emotional reconnection. The family becomes a team. Syndrome is not just technological power, he is unresolved emotional pain. His story is a warning. The lack of recognition can deform even the purest admiration. Here comes the emotional blow. Bob understands that his family is worth more than any past glory. That his identity isn't in applause, but in the people who sit at the dinner table with him every night. It's a moment of humility and love. The true rebirth of the hero. Each family member reconciles with who they are. Identity, responsibility, and love no longer fight each other. The Pars become what they were always meant to be, a team. A family, a reminder that reinventing yourself isn't failing. It's growing. And in the end, The Incredibles leaves us with a simple, powerful truth. Real heroes aren't the ones who collect victories on the streets, but the ones who come home and learn to protect what matters. It's not about recovering the past, but about building a present where your powers and your mistakes bring you closer instead of pulling you away. If this reflection resonated with you, hit subscribe for more videos like this, stories that entertain you and make you think.